Now, more things you should know, boys. Here we go. We're flashing back to August 28th, 1989, when this hit stores.
Dr. Feelgood.
Dr. Feelgood. The album featured the songs Dr. Feelgood and Kickstart My Heart, and it is the only Motley Crue album to actually top the Billboard 200 chart, and it spent 109 weeks on that chart. It is certified 6 times platinum in the U.S., and it's widely considered the best album by critics and fans of Motley Crue, and coincidentally enough, it's also the first album that they did completely sober.
One of the first things that I think about when I hear Motley Crue is being a kid, and they were still showing some of their first videos, and one of them was when they were still very androgynistic, and they looked like women, and like their legs were on fire. And I remember as a kid being really confused as to what the hell was happening in this video.
I was always confused by that and Twisted, but I loved them both. Like, I remember smoking in the boys' room back in the day. And
Twisted Sister, you could tell they were dudes. Like, in the Motley Crue one, like, they were caked up in makeup, and they didn't have any facial hair. They looked like chicks. And then they had, the Barbella chicks around them, like, doing weird stuff. And I remember going, what the hell is this video? Like, I don't understand what the hell this is.
Poor little
they
Frank.
were much more attractive than the Twisted Sister guys. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Whoa,
I think
you're
they were
saying
more
Dee
attractive
Snider's
than
not
the women.
attractive? By the way, Dee Snider, super cool dude, by the way. That guy's pretty cool. Also,
He's had a crazy life.
Yeah. So producer Bob Rock, he found that working with the band was quite difficult. Obviously, he produced this album. And he described them as, quote, 4 LA badasses who used to drink a bottle of wine and want to kill each other. Now, to help minimize the conflict within the group, he had each member record their parts separately. So they were never actually in the studio at the same time. Now, coincidentally enough, this also did kind of lead to Metallica. I did a video about this as a short where Lars Ulrich liked Bob Rock's work on Dr. Feelgood, so they recruited him, and and that's how he ended up producing the Black Album.
There you go.
Which, according to real Metallica fans, Black Album's when they sold out and they started to suck. Fucking Metallica fans, the worst. I love Metallica.
Like 96 album or 95 album when he cut his hair.
Reload.
Yeah, I thought that was the one they all decided that they sold out.
Quick side note, actually, before we get back into Dr.
Give me
Feelgood.
fire, give me that which I desire.
Ooh, yeah. So, do you guys remember the MTV contest where they were giving away a semi-truck full of Metallica swag, and in one of the trucks was Metallica?
The band. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that.
I don't remember that.
Oh my God. Like, I remember watching this, and they had a whole show on it, and they were tracking the semi-trucks, and then they pull in, and sure enough,
It's like
they
somebody's
open
house.
Yeah, they open up one of the backs, and then there was Metallica waiting to
It's like
to
in a
party.
random house out in the middle of nowhere. There's like 20 people like jamming out to these 20 people.
So we're gonna do that. We're definitely going to be discussing that here coming up in a future live stream. But back to Motley Crue here. Now, the original Dr. Feelgood. Do you know who had that nickname first?
One of their drug dealers, right? Or was
Nah,
Tommy Lee?
it wasn't their drug dealer.
I would have gone with Tommy Lee because if you've seen the video.
Yeah. So the original Dr. Feelgood was Dr. Max Jacobson, also known as Miracle Max. He was given his nickname by the Secret Service during the JFK presidency.
Is he the LSD guy?
No. I believe he was more like Quaaludes and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it was still pretty hardcore, but he was known. So anybody who was anybody within the Kennedy family, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, actually, no, I take it back. I think it was speed. Like, I think he would legitimately inject them with speed. Now, double check me on that, because the whole point of this is I'm actually giving information. I'm guessing on that. So comment down below if I'm full of crap.
Was he one of those German doctors that came over after World War II? Because he looks like a Nazi in that picture.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you. Nike released these in 2008. Colors were designed to match the album cover. It's the Dr. Feelgood. They released a Dunk High shoe. That's what that
like
is.
the shoes that Robbie would wear in the Dinosaurs show.
When he was juiced up on steroids.
Yeah, on the spikes or whatever those things were. Yeah.
Also on the album, 2 prominent guests. You have Cheap Tricks, Robbie Zander.
saw them live. They were interesting.
Cheap Trick?
Yeah.
Well, Robbie Zander is on She Goes Down. And
That's a very subtle song, by the way. I'm not sure exactly what they're trying to say with that one.
I think they're talking about somebody who tripped and fell. Is what
I
it
think we're
was.
talking about the elevator, like what Aerosmith did with their
As he was
song.
loving an elevator and she goes down. Well, and Steven Tyler is also backing vocals on Sticky Sweet.
Sounds about
Again,
right.
subtlety. Thy name is Motley Crue. And finally, the songs Dr. Feelgood and Kickstart My Heart. They
Kickstart My
were
Heart.
nominated for Best Hard Rock Performance Grammys in 1990 and 1991, but they lost both years. Do you guys know who they lost to?
Look at those attractive women.
91 probably Metallica. Or no, was that the year that Jethro Tull won like the best hard rock?
Milli Vanilli.
No, that was. I think that was before that, which it always blew my mind that a band with a flute won hard rock.
Yeah.
We're talking about hard rock? Never mind.
Yeah, it was Best Hard Rock Performance. Living Color
Okay.
won both
Okay,
of those
yeah.
Grammys. And the album did, however, win the Best Rock Heavy Metal Album at the American Music Awards in 1991.